everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to FU with Tina. Today's big FU goes to narcissists and gaslighters. Are you being gaslit, or you got a narcissist in your life? Do you even know if you're being gaslit or manipulated or meant to feel bad in your relationship? Do you even know? I'm going to give you some warning signs from someone who has 30 years of experience, and I have decided to heal. It's been 30 years. I've never really been able to talk about this subject with anyone, including therapists. I have finally found a therapist who has, in the last 2 months, the last 30 years have come full circle in my brain, in my mind. The clarity is unreal. So the purpose of this video is to give you guys some warning signs. I am so sick of hearing on the news the people that are killing their spouses, their girlfriends, their boyfriends. My plan here is to give you some red flags. I even got myself a red flag. To see if you can see if you're being gaslit. I didn't know. My big clarity of the last 30 years came in 2021. I have been in this situation since 1993. So this has been a long time coming. I think it might even be the first time that I'm actually speaking about this, that I'm not crying, that I'm not upset and scared. That's really the best word, because I'm not scared anymore. I'm standing up for myself. I'm going to talk about the red flags that I have been through. Everything that I am going to read, I have either had done to me, said to me, and I'm really hoping that I can help somebody out there leave their abusive spouse, husband. I do know that male, female, they all can be a gaslighter, a manipulator, an abuser, a narcissist. However, I'm only speaking on my experience with my husband, my ex-husband, both. I know that females are just as bad as males when it comes to this. They can be. But I'm not talking about that. I know there's going to be people in the comments, well, girls do that too. I am only speaking about my experience and what I've been through. All of this was done at a man's hand to me. So that's what I'm going to speak about. I also want to start by saying every couple fights. It is normal to fight in your relationship with your spouse. It's how that fighting goes, and it's how you feel during it. Are you scared of your spouse? Do you have eggshells that you're walking on? You're afraid to be yourself in front of your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your child. I've even seen people out there where their children are their abusers. Are you kidding me? So, you should be able to say anything that is on your mind to your spouse, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, without being afraid. You should not be afraid of what they're going to do to you. I mean, you know, you go out and blow $5,000 of your husband's money and you come home and tell him, if you think that he's not going to be upset, come on. But there's a difference between, there's a difference. I mean, you should be able to go, you know, of course you should be scared to tell your husband you just spent $5,000 and bought a designer bag because you wanted to. If you don't have, you know, $100,000 in the bank extra to spend, you should be afraid to tell your husband that. That is normal. His reaction is probably going to be mad, upset. I mean, you know, but is he going to punch a hole in the wall? Is he going to headbutt you? Is he going to put his hands on you? Is there going to be physical violence because of that action? There shouldn't be. I mean, he should make you take the bag back. I mean, you know, there's a difference between a normal couple fighting and fighting in an abusive house. So at this point, I am not going to talk about my experiences just yet. I am going to talk about the red flags. I've got my notebook, not sure if you can see it, but here it is. I have so many pages of things that I have went through. But let's start with the red flags, because those are the biggest catch-all to know if he's an abuser. If you're going through any of the things that I'm going to go through, if you don't leave knowing that you're in this relationship, it is just going to get nothing but worse. I promise. They don't change. They can say they're going to go through counseling. I'm never going to do it again. I swear to God, I promise I will never do it again. They could give you the most extravagant gifts for them to say, I'm sorry, I'm never going to do it again. I promise I'll never do it again. It happens again. Am I saying there's not those people out there that do it one time and change and never do it again? Yes, there are. I'm sure. But what I'm going to describe, they don't change. So, do you ever hear in your relationship, it's not a big deal? It's no big deal. Now that could be used as, you know, I dropped something on the floor and he says, it's no big deal. It's fine. Right? But you're with your husband and he's got his hand on some girl's ass, talking to her this close, and you have a problem with it, and he says it's no big deal. It's a big deal. It's all your fault. Everything is your fault. Nothing is their fault. Everything is your fault. Is everything your fault? Nothing their fault? I don't know what you mean. I didn't do it. You didn't see that. Red flags. I was just joking. It was just a joke. Nope. You are getting mad over nothing. Again, that goes with the big deal, with the no big deal. You're getting mad over nothing. If you think it's something, and then you have the right to be upset about it. You have the right to talk to your spouse about it. And he does not have the right to put his hands on you, to say things to you that are degrading, demeaning. Does he call you names? Because that's a big one. It's going to start with, little names. When he gets mad, you're an idiot, you're stupid, what did you do that for? To you're a bitch, to you're the C word. That's the one word that gets me every time, has since I was a kid. I don't like that word, yet I was one just about every single day. Don't be so sensitive. Yeah. You're imagining it. Well, I heard that a lot. You didn't see that. You're imagining it. Do not make him think that you are crazy. You are not crazy. You know what you saw. You know what you saw. Don't let him tell you that you didn't see that or you're just imagining it. If you don't have proof, it didn't happen. You're crazy. You're mental. You're out of your mind. You're paranoid. Why are you so defensive? That was a good one. Because you always feel like you have to defend yourself. Stop defending yourself. I mean, okay, fine. Yep, whatever you say. Yep, you're right. Yep. Whatever. That's how I now deal with it. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. You deserved it. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a big one. Ooh, that's a big red flag. You don't deserve anything. You do not deserve to be spoken down to. You do not deserve to be yelled at. Yelled at, that's a good one. That's a big one. That's, like I said, people get mad. People get in fights. Normal people get in fights. Normal people scream at each other. It's a part of marriage. Again, depends what the reactions are. Is he getting so mad that he's pushing you, grabbing your hair, punching walls right next to your face? You have misunderstood. Oh, that's a good one. That's a big one too. You know what you saw. You know what you feel. You know what you hear. Do not let them turn it on you. It's all in your head. You are so insecure. Well, probably, because you know what? They make us like that. They make us like that. You are overthinking things again. Oh, that was a good one. That was a big one, always said to me. You made me do it. Yep. I made you hit me. I made you punch those walls. I made you break my things. I don't think so. If you love me, you will. You know you don't really feel that way. You know you don't really mean that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. You do mean it. You are making that up. You're lying. And he's going to tell everybody that you're lying. That never happened. When you, and probably they already know, yes, it did. You always blow things out of proportion. Don't worry about it. Who do you think they will believe? Why are you bringing up the past? Yeah, because they know what they're doing. They're going to act dumb. They're going to act like they don't remember anything. They know what they're doing. They remember. They know what they're doing. We already settled this. Why are you bringing it up again? No, you settled it. You settle everything, and me, was expected to just go along with it. It was your way or the highway. It was what you said or nothing. Is that what's going on in your relationship? Because that's what happened in mine. This is how you treat me after everything I've done for you? I think you need a shrink. I think you need meds. You're crazy. It's all in your imagination. You imagined it. No, I didn't. You probably didn't either. Get your facts straight. You aren't making sense. You never told me that. When you know in fact that you did. You're so dramatic. If it wasn't for me, you would be a lowlife just like your lowlife friends. Heard that a lot. If it wasn't for me, you'd have no house over your head. If it wasn't for me, you'd have no food on the table. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be driving a car. If it wasn't for me, you would have nothing that you have. Except I was never allowed to work. I wasn't allowed to have friends. I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. I wasn't allowed to do anything. If I wanted to work, well, I couldn't work. There was people there. I might talk to them. You can't go out. There might be people there. You might talk to them. Sound familiar? Nobody will ever want you and your 2 kids. No one will ever want you. I love you just the way you are. You don't need makeup. You're much prettier without it. You don't need those Daisy Dukes because, of course, in the 90s, early 90s, that's what we call short shorts, Daisy Dukes. You don't need Daisy Dukes. They look terrible on you. You should wear capris. Half shirts? What? You can't show your stomach. You need to wear clothes that fit you. Those don't fit you. You need to wear clothes that fit you. I make the money. I put the food on the table. I'm the one that does everything. I'm the one that does this. Me. While you sit home and take care of the kids and don't do nothing. Can't have friends, can't have a phone, can't watch TV because he's taken the cord with him to work so you don't just sit down and do nothing all day. No internet because he's taken the internet cord to work. Because, you might talk to people on the internet. Take your car keys because, not that far away just in case there was an emergency. But, take your car keys to work so you can't go anywhere. Does he put you on allowance? An allowance? You're not allowed to just go spend money, even grocery shopping, bills, you got to let them know. I'm the king of this castle. For me, back then especially, in the 90s, we didn't have cell phones. All of our fights were usually done face-to-face or over the phone, a home phone. Did I always have a home phone? No, not excessively ready for me to use. Because, if he ever got mad at me, he he'd take everything with him to work, so I could do nothing at home. I want to stop here. I'm not done. I just wanted to throw some of these out to you just to get you thinking. Are you being gaslit in your relationship? Are you being manipulated? Are you living with a narcissist? With an abuser? Does he put his hands on you? Right here, I'm going to end this video with the domestic violence hotlines. There's a website you can go to that will give you all the information. Maybe next, I'm going to give statistics on my next video. You know how many people die at the hands of their spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend? It's sickening. It's not that hard to walk away. It's not that hard to keep your hands to yourself. So here is all the information that you need. If you are in a domestic violence situation, please call one of these numbers. Get yourself an escape plan. That's what we're going to talk about next. An escape plan. And I'm going to tell you how I escaped my first marriage. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.